and welcome to my channel. Today I have a new Motovlog for you, the first one of this year. It's still winter and seriously I wanted to vlog earlier, but we literally had like 2 weeks of only like mist, dreariness, rain, and just in general it just didn't look pretty outside. It was cold, it was potentially slippery, and it didn't look pretty. Like the world looks so much prettier when it's actually sunny out, rather than everything just being grey and misty. And I mean, I'm the sort of person, I can see beauty in any kind of weather, but you know, too much of one thing is always a bit boring, I suppose. So yeah, I mean, it took me to the end of January to finally get around to making a new video. Also, I mean, with my work, like my day job, I'm quite busy during the holiday season, so that's also the reason why I just literally couldn't manage to actually get videos out in December. Also, I got a cold at the end of December. I was planning a holiday video, but I still had to do voiceovers and stuff, and I had such a bad cold. Like seriously, everyone at work had a cold, and they also passed it on to me. Thanks, colleagues. But anyway, so it was just not feasible to actually do a video over the holidays. So yeah, better luck next year, hopefully. But hey, we're starting a new year. I don't have good New Year's resolutions. I never make New Year's resolutions, because if I want to change something about my life, I'll just do it immediately, because if I procrastinate, then I probably won't at all. But I am planning on making more videos this year, especially the motorcycle vlogs, because I just really enjoy doing them. But yeah, this is just a simple one. There's no full theme to this or anything. There's no makeup look involved, there is no outfit involved, there is no full day of vlogging. It's literally just a single ride. I had one day of weekend this week, and I looked outside and I was like, it's nice weather, let's go on a ride. But yeah, it's just the ride itself. I also wasn't particularly riding to anything. I was using my TomTom, which has this setting that basically is create an exciting route for me, and I just clicked a random spot at a random distance away from my house, and it created this 1.5-hour route for me, which is fine by me, because I'm terrible with directions, so I need something to guide me. And also I feel like it just really does manage to pick very pretty roads. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do today, just taking a nice ride around Rotterdam and just see what we encounter. I also did not actually bother to check the routes. I know that TomTom is not going to send me on paths that you can choose whether you want only, you know, actual roads, or if you also want off-road bits, stuff like that. I know it won't send me off-road because I didn't click that, so I don't really feel the need to check where exactly it's going to send me beforehand. It's always a nice surprise, even to me, where we're going. But yeah, the weather was quite lovely today. It was cold, but I don't really feel that on the motorcycle, because I have heated gloves, like electric heated gloves, and I wear like 5 layers, and I was also wearing sweatpants underneath my motorcycle trousers. So yeah, the chill did not bother me, especially with the visor closed. It almost felt like summer. You know, you forget the fact that the trees are bare and obviously in their winter state. But anyway. And we ended up starting off this route at Röde, the river that Rotterdam was actually named after, but not the one that is actually famous for, because that is the Maas, where like all the ships are and stuff, and the entire harbor is, and also that's in the center of the city. But yeah, this one does actually give like a very pretty landscape around it, so that's very nice. then while we're riding and our pass, well, I mean, it sounds mean to call it the prettiest part of the entire route, because there's more pretty parts of the city and everything around the city coming up. But admittedly, I just really love the area around Röde, because it's like the river, because it's pretty, because, well, you know, I used to go on bicycle rides with my parents there as a child, and it's the area I know so well, and it's like I associate it with like summer and just having fun. I just really love that area. But yeah, anyway, I also wanted to use this video to just catch up with you on a lot of things, because I feel like I haven't chatted to you in ages, because I didn't like post a video for like 2 months. I was busy. Like, seriously, is anyone else that busy during, like, I think as a child you're used to just being not busy, like having all the time in the world around the holidays, because you have vacation from school and all. But as an adult, I feel like a lot of us actually have jobs that are really busy during the holiday season, and you like almost forget that it's the holiday season because you're just busy with work. I always have that each year. I like the holidays, but it's busy. And I also got a cold, so I could film really a lot, so that's also a thing. But anyway, yeah, we're back. But anyway, I wanted to catch you up on some stuff that's been happening. For a start, I had to buy a new car, because my old one perished. So yeah, and I have a new car. Like, the thing is with me, I'm the sort of person, I really love my vehicles. Like, I had memories with that car. I loved that car. I didn't want to replace that car, but the thing about her that was damaged was basically, it wasn't even big, but it was the most like expensive thing apparently. Like, repairing her would have been like 1/3 of the cost of the entire car, and that was just not feasible for a pretty old car at that point. So yeah, so I had to buy a new one. Downside is the new one is black and not bright red, so that's kind of boring. But anyway, I'll do something about it. But yeah, I did notice one thing that is like, and I love that car. I just really absolutely love that car. I'll always love her. But now that I have a stronger car, it really stands out to me that I probably should have replaced her sooner, in a way, because the thing is, and those of you who also ride motorcycles and also have a car on the side might recognize that if you have a motorcycle and also have a car that's not very strong, especially if you ride a motorcycle, most of the time it can be pretty tricky to drive the car then, because like obviously with a car you can't filter through a traffic jam like you can with a motorcycle. That stuff is logical, but the thing is with the bike, if I pull on the throttle, he speeds up. That's the whole idea. With my old car, she would not really speed up all that much. She would very slowly sort of speed up, but it would just be such a different way of riding. You couldn't just overtake someone on the highway, because I would literally need to plan that so well, because otherwise everyone behind me would have to literally hit the brakes to not hit me in the back. And that was really a thing that just, it started to bother me. I just didn't feel completely comfortable anymore driving the car in hindsight, because I just couldn't drive it like I ride a motorcycle. And like I said, to some extent it's logical, because a motorcycle and a car are two very different things. But I just, especially like I said, at the times where I would mainly be riding the motorcycle and then would occasionally grab the car, I would seriously hit her limitations. I would try to speed up and then would have to switch back to third gear and just floor it, and she would be fighting for her life, trying to actually, you know, do what I asked her to do, and she did it the best she could, but she just couldn't do it all as well. So yeah, the new car is a lot more comfortable in that aspect, because it just responds the way I expect it to respond, even if I'm mostly riding the motorcycle and thereby used to the strength of the motorcycle. It's more similar. They're more relatively, like, their relative strength is more similar, you know. Obviously the car is more horsepower, but it's also a lot heavier, so they respond way more similarly than the motorcycle and my old car used to do, which is just a lot more comfortable in general. So yeah, I'm going to take the car on trips, but I'm mostly still going to take a motorcycle on trips because the car is for functionality, the motorcycle is for fun and functionality. But yeah, so you're not suddenly going to see a whole lot of car vlogs, what I'm trying to say. I'll stick to the motorcycle vlogs, especially now that the weather is getting nicer again, I say, while I look out the window and it's dreary again. Well, the weather is going to be nicer again at the very least. Another thing that's going to have some changes to it is my job. Basically in the entire country, well, you know, like basically the place I work, that it functions in the entire country. Point being, there's going to be a lot of changes there in basically how it's done. Yes, dude, you can actually continue. I don't know, like especially when I take a leisurely ride on Sundays, I'm usually trying to be nice in traffic. Actually, not just on Sundays. But anyway, point is, yeah. What was I saying? Oh right, work. Yes, work. The thing is, there's going to be changes at work. I'm going to have a new job at my job. That sounds weird, but like a new function at my job. At my workplace. A new job at my workplace. That's what I'm trying to say here. Words. They can be difficult. Anyway, but yeah, that's going to start next March. So that is actually going to mean that I'm going to be a little bit more busy in the beginning, of course, to get used to the new job, because it's work that I already do now, but it's more elaborate, way more elaborate. But it also is going to mean that my schedule is going to wildly change. I'm kind of sad about not having night shifts anymore, because I love night shifts. I'm going to have more morning shifts, which I also don't particularly like, because I'm not the sort of person who gets up early and is happy about it. Basically, I feel very sorry for myself whenever my alarm clock goes off early in the morning and I actually have to get up. I'm not a morning person by any means. I live off coffee and I say good morning to people only because shut up and go away is just not socially acceptable. My colleagues know about that and they accept it. But anyway. But yeah, it does mean that I'm actually going to have way more actual weekends. So that's going to give me a lot more time to actually film videos and just, you know, do stuff in my spare time. Because right now I have a lot of like one-day weekends, and I do notice that if I only have one day of weekends, then I'm usually busy doing laundry and I just have stuff that I have to do and I just want to rest as well. So that doesn't make for very interesting vlogging material, and it also just makes for kind of a boring weekend if I'm not careful. So that's going to be a big improvement for me in terms of scheduling my life outside of work. Or at least that's what I'm hopeful of. So yeah, and just in general it's going to be exciting. Like, it's going to be a new thing, a new chapter, and that's just always, in my opinion, that's always fun. Like, I don't like it when stuff gets boring. I like it when stuff stays exciting in a good way. So I'm looking forward to that. But yeah, like, I can't really go into like heaps of details just because, you know, privacy and stuff, and like technically we're not supposed to like post on social media about our jobs, because, you know, that's just a thing that I think a lot of companies have that rule. Like, we're not disallowed to say where we work, but, you know, yeah, privacy is still a thing, I guess. But yeah, anyway, I really am looking forward to that. But admittedly, other than the job itself, I'm also really looking forward to having actual weekends in which I can go do stuff. So yeah, you'll hopefully also notice that on my channel. I'm really hoping to get a more regular uploading schedule from March onwards, because like I said, I really truly still enjoy doing YouTube videos. I don't really enjoy doing only makeup tutorials anymore, I gotta admit. I now very much prefer motorcycle riding, but I gotta admit that motorcycle riding is just a complete passion of mine, whereas makeup is sort of a on and off hobby. Yeah, and also I just don't really feel like back in the day, I used to do these complete elaborate makeup looks. I can still do them, obviously. I still do makeup photo shoots. I just don't usually feel like wearing a whole lot of makeup on my face anymore. I prefer to go with only concealer and not foundation, but if you're doing a complete elaborate makeup look, I do feel like foundation usually looks better. I I just don't like how it feels on my face, so usually that's just a reason that I don't really do elaborate makeup tutorials anymore, but I am going to just continue with, because I do enjoy that, doing like a nice makeup, a makeup that I actually want to wear, and just do that as a part of the vlog. I do really enjoy that, so let me know if you actually like that format, and just in general, let me know what you'd like for me to film, because I'm definitely looking for more ideas to film in the upcoming, rest of my life, basically. Yeah. But anyway, so that's another little life update. Other than that, I don't really have a whole lot going on, admittedly. I mean, life is just, other than that, still going on as usual, which is a good thing. Like, I like new and exciting, but, it doesn't have to get too exciting, obviously. So yeah. Oh, also, seriously, the reflections in the water here, the houses, wow. I'm also trying to get more into photography, by the way. Not with the DSLR, because that's just... Basically, with a DSLR, if you really want to use it to its full potential, you gotta know what you're doing, and I don't. But I do have the new vlogging camera, and I really want to use it a lot more this year. Anyway, we're actually nearing home again, so we're nearing the end of this video. I really hope you enjoyed watching this video. It was just motorcycle riding, but admittedly I actually quite enjoy watching videos like this myself. It almost feels like you're on the bike yourself. I should have angled the camera a little bit lower because I kind of prefer to see more of the handling of the bike than was visible this time around. But it's been a while since I filmed, and I was also wearing like a sort of scarf thing on my face because it was cold outside. So I couldn't really see the camera the way I usually can. Yeah, I'll take more care to angle the camera the exact way is nicest in the next time. But anyway, I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did enjoy it, please click the like button. It would really help me out because it makes YouTube suggest my videos more often to new people. Also, if you don't want to miss any of my future videos, you can always subscribe to my channel. I do mostly motorcycle vlogs, sometimes with just a motorcycle, sometimes with other vlog parts in it, preferably the second one. At least that's what I personally prefer. But yeah, anyway, thank you very much for watching this video. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I hope to see you next time. Bye! Phew.